Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Schult, and I'm going to be chatting with you today about metabolic bone disease in some of our reptile species. This is a very easily preventable disease, but it's very difficult to fix or reverse once it's started. So, just like with our mammal species, reptiles rely on calcium to keep their bones strong and healthy, among some other things. And unfortunately, when we keep reptile species in captivity with us, their environments and their diets aren't quite as well rounded as we would see them be in the wild. So we have to account for this. So when people talk about metabolic bone disease, or MBD, they're most usually talking about secondary nutritional hyperparathyroidism. This is basically where the animal doesn't eat quite enough calcium, and so the parathyroid gland signals to the bones that they need to release calcium just to keep everything moving, everything working. This is great, but it leaves the bones less dense. It makes them less strong and more prone to fracture or loss of limb and toes, things like that. So what can we do about this? The big two things are proper lighting and proper diet. So when we talk about diet, we like to see really high amounts of calcium in the reptile's diet. This can be done by gut loading or dusting either the insects that are going to be fed to the reptile or the vegetables that are going to be fed to the reptile if we have an omnivorous reptile like the bearded dragon. Other things include feeding like black soldier fly larvae or calcium worms. They're the same thing because they have very high calcium. The other thing that we need to do is make sure that they have proper lighting, and what I mean by this is good UV light. Usually this is done with a broad spectrum UV bulb, and we do have to make sure that those are changed out every 6 months because the UV output of them does diminish after that time. So we do need to be careful. But hopefully with those two things combined, you can keep your reptiles nice and healthy, nice, good, strong bones, and we'll leave it there. I hope you learned something today, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.